regardless what you do.
I did actually list the decks you're using.
No, you did not.
I'll prove it to you right now.
Oh, you did, but not...
Because when I created that, which takes time in that program,
I wasn't around.
I didn't know. Yes, Violet, I'm reaching for the no bickering button or whatever it is.
I had a hard time finding my decks today. They're just all over the place. Trying to look for my kind of inclusive decks or specific decks. For example, like the Hip Chick Tarot. I don't know where it vanished to. It was very disappointing. I must have been looking forever for that one. And I haven't found it. So I don't know what I did with that one. But anyway, I figured tarot at the end of the rainbow has a rainbow in it, or so I'd use that one. But also, for some reason, I misplaced the deck for my Material Matters. The Spirit Within deck is done by Stephen Bright, who is in the gay community. And the Transient Light Tarot I'm using today by Ari Weisner is another one that's trying to just de-emphasize maybe the specific genders of the various suits. So I kind of like using that one.
And maybe it's just that I'm tired of something. But, you know, I remember when people would say you can't ask, you know, a certain person's age. And so I'm thinking, like, you shouldn't make comments that somebody looks tired either.
Oh, is somebody upset?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Just ignore. He's been giving me grief too, Violet.
No, you're giving me grief right back.
Well, I'm good at dishing.
You're not good at dishwashing,
I'm not good
though.
at addition.
There is that, too.
Anyway, let's dial it down and get rolling. We're sorry. We're really tired still. I noticed my blood pressure was really low this morning. I've been taking it because I'm going to the doctor on Monday. And for some reason, I was really surprised how low it was. Oh, Mr. O is going to go with his deck. But, you know, I think I'll do one, too.
So I was going to give the one of apparently two cards for the collective. This one is from the Universal Love Oracle set, which I do use on the emotional exchanges on Fridays.
Do. And it's my deck.
Yes, it's another deck that you got bored of and let me start
No, I
using.
said you could use it because it would fit your program.
You hadn't been using it
I
for
didn't
a while.
recall that I gave that one up.
No, I know, but you had been using it for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. I thought you could put it to good use, and you are.
Would you like to grab it? Grab one?
What I could grab right now. All right. Let's see. Hey, let's cut this garbage and
Celebrate. It's celebration. It's celebration. Celebrate the times. Your ideas and goals are about to manifest. This is a time for celebration and a time to give thanks to the universe. Remember the importance of celebration. Celebration is a ritual through which we honor our blessings. Before embarking on the next step, stop and celebrate what you already have. And of course, I can take it a little farther than that because, of course, we should celebrate all passages of time, all events of meaning or change or transition or celebration, because they are.
it's a great card, you know, and it's very Four of Wands-like in a way. Celebrate where you are right now, you know. That's the main thing, you know. Maybe you're not graduating, maybe you're not reaching some sort of milestone, but, you know, celebrate the progress you've made. Just have fun. This is the season to have some fun, right? And maybe take the road less traveled. And the road less traveled says try taking it, and you'll be surprised how this road will lead you to undiscovered parts of yourself and help you find the most authentic you. rather than being in the same lane or fast lane trying to follow the social norm or the shortcut. It's important to know the side streets and back roads of you, because sometimes the scenery is new and alluring. The new path helping you find wonderful new avenues of you and who you truly are. Pay attention to the signal and make a turn off to your road less traveled. Trust us, we are here for individual experiences, human road trips perhaps. Hey, pack a lunch and take your time during the journey. Celebrate the journey. That's exactly it, I think. Nice, Mr. O.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kara. Is it a hat? It almost looks like feathers when you look close at it, and then there's like a little tiny door up there.
It looks like it's her hair poofed up, standing up, and there's stairs on her head leading towards a door. The really cool thing about this deck is it tends to feature more the upper body and the head in particular, and almost every card has something going on with the head or the third eye region. I love the artwork on these cards. They're really kind of cool. And it's all supposed to be about the human experience.
All right, so Estelle has asked, who deceived Alabek about me, and further states he once told me that someone told him about me, but who and what said did not tell me. All right, so I am going to use my Vampire Tarot for this. It's a tarot that I've used in Goth Tarot, but not recently. And I think it's just because of the nature of the question that there's just these sort of draining energies going on for you, Estelle, and intrigues that you wonder about.
That's a question I thought we had covered before, but let's see if we get that.
It has been
it
asked
wasn't exactly deception. I think it was about maybe who was talking against you or something like that.
It was asked in a different kind of way, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so I will do the tarot.
And I'll do the Lenormand.
And our first card is the Four of Wands reversed, followed by the Page of Swords reversed, and then, oh boy, the King of Cups reversed.
Wow, don't start yet. Don't start yet. But, this is interesting. Because that Page of Swords there,
Right.
in particular.
But everything has something going on there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here, Mr. I think this is really leaning towards what I may have said before about this.
Okay,
But
so
go
the
ahead.
Sun
You want to go ahead?
and the Fish. And so, of course, the idea here with the Four of Wands is that this is not a happy home, or that the home was maybe possibly tainted in some ways. That's not saying who, but it more or less agrees with the idea that it probably did happen. That Page of Swords, to me, represents somebody who had their own motives or their own possibly, reckless motives too, in a way too, that the idea that they didn't really think about this. Maybe this is suggesting somebody who's immature too, somebody who is forceful in some ways, but is not necessarily strong enough to pull all of that off. They could be semi-beyond irritant though. And then with the King of Cups reversed, I think the ultimate goal is what we see there with Alabek, that I sort of feel he's been turned against you. But maybe there's a suggestion there that this is an older person, possibly a father figure, and that they are the one who feels cold towards you. And I don't remember, but I thought we did talk before about the father in this situation, and that maybe there was that possibility there. So I'm wondering if it's saying that again.
Do you want to go and do the Lenormand too? Because I think
Nope.
I'm going to be a bit different from you.
Nope.
Okay, then. Well, I'm going to go through the whole thing with you, Estelle.
Okay.
And I think this is something I have seen before. And I'm not looking at the Page of Swords necessarily as a person, the King of Cups maybe. But the Page of Swords is just indicating to me, along with this Four of Wands reversed, that there was negative talk, disruptive talk, what's the word that I want to say? Like almost gossipy talk, maybe I want to say, that was meant to destroy a foundation that was trying to be built, probably between you and Alabec. And it caused a lot of bitterness, or bitter feelings, or different feelings, either with Alabec, or maybe it was feeding others, because really what I see here is not one person. I can't tie this to one person. I can't necessarily even tie it to two people. And why? Because of the nature of your question, I'm looking at these cards a little differently, the Lenormand. I feel here that the fish indicate that there was a number of people involved. There could be several. And, they were trying to shine this light, which really was more of a disruptive negative light in this case. The sun is usually a positive card. But I feel here, because of the nature of the question and the way these things were lining up here, that, the message that they have to give you is not a positive one. It's really telling you that the fish is about abundance. The fish is about more. You know how we often say, plenty of fish in the sea, Mr. O. And so I feel in this case, maybe there was a few people who did this.
The idea that these fish sort of look like a fused image or some sort of gestalt leads me to the feeling that, of course, Banshee's right here, that this is really not able to be pinned on any one particular person, and that everybody's input into this, and there were probably at least two people, maybe more. Like I said, maybe one was a father, maybe one was somebody else.
It could be a strong male figure.
All just basically influenced Alabec in that direction. I think that's what we have here.
Yeah. I wouldn't rule out that it's, I don't know, does Alabec have a brother? I won't rule that out as a possibility here either.
All right.
That's what we have for you. But that's kind of, I got that impression as soon as I saw my Lenormand, so I'm sorry.
No, you did fine.
All right.
Alrighty. Is this that, Lenormand, what's it called?
It's the Pixies, Astounding Lenormand. I keep forgetting that part of the name. Astounding Lenormand. All right, so we are on...
Well, Elisha, we can find out, but you'll have to wait. We have a list here.
Well, what could they say? I saw what you said there. What could they say? I don't know. I think what they were just trying to do was guide him more towards Dinara, maybe, or just pull him back from you for whatever the reasons may be.
All right, so who's up? Bansh? Who's next?
Yeah. Well, and that should say a lot. And so, and sooner or later, it's just got to be put to bed, Estelle. And I'm not, judging you here, but I'm saying, don't keep, I think some of this going over is maybe knowledge you feel you need, but I think also sometimes it's magnifying the pain. And so I'm hoping, we can, that you might be able to move beyond that a little bit, because I'm not sure we're ever going to know for sure.
And Lena is up and asked, is anyone entering my life in love in the next 10 minutes?
Is anyone entering my life in the next 10 months? And that's for Lena? Okay.
Yes.
Well, how do you want to do that? Do you want to do a yes no on that? Do you want to do...
Well, they're your decks, so
Yeah.
it's your decks, so you can decide, but a yes or no might be good.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking we'll do a yes no.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. Okay.
You're counting, right?
Oh, yes.
Oops.
Oh, dear. The brain fog. I meant to grab a
We're doing it right now, Lena.
I meant to grab a vitamin B supplement before we started, but I forgot. I may go do that.
We're doing a yes/no for that question because you're asked us a yes or no.
Why does that card come up so much lately? Well, it's leaning towards no so far as love goes, but I'm not sure that means not anything's going to happen. Here we have the Page of Swords upright. We have the Nine of Swords reversed. And then the only issue you had was the Ace of Swords. So it's leaning towards no. It's not a definite no.
In Lenormand is a fox. And the mice. And the mice look particularly naughty. They're all
in this deck.
dark
yeah, yeah.
dirty looking.
Well, do you want to go first? I'll go first if you want. But
Go ahead.
all right. Well, Lena, with the Page of Swords here, I feel like there's a potential here for you to start communicating with people. I don't know if it's necessarily going to lead to love, but it may open doors to that. Ultimately, you have the Nine of Swords reversed here as well, and I kind of think that too that might indicate that maybe some of your worries, like am I not going to meet anybody, or am I going to be alone or lonely, are going to be put to bed. You're going to be socializing more, I feel, or getting in circles where, you might meet some interesting people to talk to that ultimately might lead in romance, but I don't see that right away because of the Lenormand, too. I'll let Mr. O interject and see what he thinks.
Well, I certainly think there's a shift going on that takes you into a better direction with that Page of Swords and then the Nine of Swords. And I'm wondering if that's maybe just a suggestion that if you've been letting other people's problems or situations or influences kind of hold you back a little bit or deter you, you're going to kind of let that go a little bit. You're not going to let that be a big problem. So I do feel that the real story comes from the Lenormand.
Well, but yeah, because the mice go right into the Nine of Swords in a way, except, that would be more the Nine of Swords upright.
Right.
So it is kind of interesting here seeing this combination, and I would think that it might mean that, I look at the Nine of Swords reversed just slightly different from him. I think you're freeing yourself from your own stresses and anxieties.
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe
true.
that's the key here. The key might be that once you can overcome some of your stress and anxieties, maybe related to, meeting new people. I'm just saying, having new people come into your life, this might get easier for you. Or maybe when you start meeting new people, you'll start to feel, and you start talking, you'll start to feel more attractive again, and like you're getting noticed and attention, and that things are moving in the right direction.
Well, I like to look at the Lenormand symbolically sometimes, and I see the fox sort of looking at those mice over there, and I'm thinking that's a nice treat for the fox. But I think symbolically, maybe it just says that, being clever and or thinking about your attractiveness or how you can cultivate that, you just need to work on dissolving what are your anxieties or irritations about this matter. So that's what I think is going on.
Yeah. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right, Lena. And I think Farida is here. Hello. Yes, we are fine. Hope you are too.
Hi, Farida. I'll take those. Thank you. All right.
You're welcome, Lena.
Okay. Okay. All right, so we have Andrea's up.
All right.
Hi, Divine.
Divine.
We'll get you in. I think we're getting close to the bottom. Maybe one or two more names. We'll see.
So if you are looking for love information, relationship information, please consider checking out the Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. I have timestamps so you can go directly to your elemental sign area, as well as a nice affirmation about relationships and the human heart. That's Fridays at 7 a.m. And Andrea asks, what does my Leo boyfriend want me to know about our relationship? He's been looking at my YouTube chats.
Okay, Violet, we got it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to grab the Modern Love Tarot.
Hi, Rowan. We'll squeeze you in.
We're just about hitting that point.
Yeah, we're almost at the point. I'm going to count them again.
The chat room display is working pretty good, so I'm usually catching everybody right on time if I have a moment to look.
One more name. Well, wait a minute. 7, 18, 19. Yeah, one more name, I think, Violet. We'll have to cut it off today, I think.
Or at least for a minute. But yeah, we're going on 2:30, so you know.
Oh, okay. Let me grab this. Okay.
And I'm using the beautiful Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. It is definitely a deck that speaks to diversity in relationships.
I love that rich black gold.
Yeah.
Or red gold. I'm sorry, red gold.
All right, so Andrea, your first card is the Eight of Wands, and it's upright. And then there's the Fool, who is also upright. And then the reversed Ace of Swords. And boy, the Ace of Swords just shows up a lot of times.
All right,
for
before
folks.
I give you these, what's the first one again? Because I was
It's
looking
the Eight of Swords.
Okay, and then the middle.
The Fool.
The Fool, and then the Ace. Okay. Okay, here.
And the Cross.
See, I was trying to crack this.
And the Fox.
All right, so what is your boyfriend thinking? What about?
Well, I almost wonder if your boyfriend thinks that, you're doing something, not necessarily that it's on your own, but you're moving off into this adventure. You're about to do something that maybe they may feel is like a risk or an adventure or something. Maybe they feel that they're being left out. I'm not really sure about that.
That's the Eight of Wands, right?
I'm talking about the Fool.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that they're feeling left out, because when I look at this image here, there's the lead character is holding the hand of a person behind them. So I'm wondering if they're feeling like maybe you're pulling them along too fast in a way on this adventure, and maybe it has a little bit of tension for them, a little bit of strife. I'm going to maybe give a little more detail about that, but that's kind of the face of it. I'm just getting that from that idea there that she's holding their hand and sort of pulling them along is the feeling I get there.
Well, I don't know. This is a tough one. I feel that maybe they're sensing all the energy and enthusiasm you have about this, and about this journey or adventure, whether that's your relationship. I'm just trying to think here. Okay. Want to know about our relationship. He's been looking at your YouTube chats.
It's
But your
okay that they
YouTube
changed the
chats-
question. I don't mind that.
No,
'cause
no,
that's
no,
the
no,
one
no, I
I'm
don't-
talking to Violet, because that's the one I responded to. She just mentioned that Andrea changed her question on her because she had repeated the other question.
Right, that was a while back already. Okay. So,
Right there.
the Eight of, which I already think I said something about that. The Eight of Wands, to me, in this case, you want to know what they're thinking. They're looking at your chats. So that's what I'm wondering here. they're really trying to see where you're putting your energy. And I'm wondering too if maybe, with this Ace of Swords reversed, they're wondering if you're spending too much of your energy on that. I know I like what you said about the, that being pulled on this adventure, but I'm not sure what the adventure is. You mean the romance?
Right. I just sort of feel
Okay.
like maybe this person feels that these chats or these things going on sort of is compelling him to be pulled along this way because it's your interest, and maybe they just sort of feel conflicted about it, or that it's more your adventure, not theirs. I'm not really sure what I'm getting there. It's possible the Lenormand may clarify my feelings.
Well, the Lenormand kind of is steering me in an interesting direction because, the fox is not necessarily always a good card.
Right.
The fox can be about employment. The fox can be about being smart and savvy. The fox can also be about being sneaky. So is your boyfriend checking up on you? Are you worried about that? Because the cross is here, and the cross is about worries and anxieties maybe associated with that. So, maybe this is saying you should keep an eye on this, maybe, because maybe there is something there that could be disruptive, or maybe what the Ace of Swords reversed is saying is that, if you're having doubts about why he may be doing this, that maybe you need to have a discussion, open the lines of communication. Don't keep this in. Or, if you're really worried about it, maybe what it just means too is you need to keep an eye on it, I feel here that maybe they like your energy. They may be feeling that maybe things are moving too fast or not fast enough. Maybe they feel you're distracted by other things. And, this romance, how long have you guys been together? I almost get the feeling with the Fool here that maybe it hasn't been that long.
I don't feel we can always say that the person doing that is projecting. It's a common thing to just always say, you must be projecting. So I don't feel that's necessarily exactly what could be happening. It could be, for sure. I do feel that because the question that, as I looked at it and I shuffled the cards, was thinking of that question, what does your boyfriend think? Not does...
3 years, okay.
Right, not what the others are inputting into that. And so I'm thinking your boyfriend thinks that maybe this does either depress him or make him feel sad in some way, or make him feel like maybe you are being more clever than him about something. I don't know that he is necessarily accusing you of cheating or thinking that, but unless you know otherwise, I don't feel that's what the real issue is, maybe.
Okay, Divine Abundance has arrived in his last name on the list now. All right, that's it.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
closed.
that was a while ago.
No, it wasn't. So,
Well, it was like the thing I said
interestingly
was
enough,
not long, but...
I feel here, Andrea, that there is something going on here. I do feel that, okay, so that's why I'm seeing the fox and the cross, in that maybe they're checking up on you because they think, you're cheating. And the other thing is, something here about this Fool bothers me. It almost sounds like somebody could be doing something kind of risky or chancy. Often the Fool upright is a positive thing, though, that you should take a chance or risk. But I wonder here, if that's what's going on. Obviously, somebody feels something might be going on here that's chancy or risky.
But that was the point of the question. This
Right.
is the Leo boyfriend's feelings, is that he does feel there's a risk or a chance here. So yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And like I said before too, this also just seems to cause him stress or strife.
Yeah, there's some tension here that needs to be addressed or it could get bigger. So maybe, this has to be confronted and talked out, and, if you feel they're hiding something from you, you need to kind of both have this conversation, I think, because I see that this could end up being a long-term problem. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Sorry we muddled through that a little bit. I had to think about that one a little bit. I have to think about everything today. I think I have to get up and do something. Distro.
Do you?
Yeah.
What
Do you want to make an announcement or two? Who is next? It's
I don't
Anthony. All right, Anthony, go ahead and take your question. I hope you're still with
Well,
us.
I'll just take this moment to say thank you to our moderator, Violet.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
And don't forget to watch me on Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Violet, I'll slap him later.
And Your Weird Week, Mondays at 9 a.m.
Wow.
I guess I forgot you were coming back or not. Are you?
Banshee's taking drugs.
You heard her. I think you started, actually.
Oh my gosh. Okay. My vitamin B. All right. I knew I should have done my tea. My more awakening tea. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Hopefully.
Well, I admit I took it personal, but that's why I felt you were picking on me when you said I looked tired.
Scorpios never forget.
It's not that I didn't forget, it's just I felt it was attacking me. It's what it felt like.
General reading for the weekend ahead. Next weekend. Okay, let's see what we've got for you, Anthony.
So whose deck is it? Yours, right?
It's gonna be mine.
Well, I felt that way. That's how I felt.
Is it hot in here or is it just me?
It's not hot in here at all.
Oh, wow. I can't believe your neck is red. It's from that shirt you're wearing, actually.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Ah!
I'll be right back, everybody. Hold on. Stern words were said.
Actually, I was trying to get the screen back up so I could keep talking, but I couldn't figure it out. I did figure it out.
Have offered
actually.
how to show you how to do this.
I saw the face and table cam. I was going to go there.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you. And I'm going to apologize. I'm not having a good day, obviously, and I get really prickly sometimes.
All right.
I apologize, Violet.
Boom. it's the Page of Cups reversed.
Call it the Apprentice in this
Oh
deck.
man, Anthony, what are you doing next weekend? Dare I ask?
Oh, crap. Ten of Swords. It's a trap.
You traveling?
He's been traveling recently because I'm following you on Instagram and I saw you in Phoenix a week or so ago.
Ah.
All right, in Lenormand, well, maybe the travels are going to be okay because you have the clover
Oh boy, phew.
and the lilies. Something's developing.
Well, I don't know. The Page of Cups is not.
Oh, you're coming back home.
Oh, yay!
And someone's going to stab you in the back. Maybe you want to reconsider.
Ooh,
Don't know. Go on.
I'm afraid to now. Page of Cups, there's some disappointing news, some unhappy news. I hope it's a good reason you are coming back, that there's nothing, some crisis you're coming back for. But the Page of Cups is some disappointment, some unhappiness, emotional. And the Ten of Swords is there. This can indicate a betrayal, but, we can broaden that a little bit to just say that, conditions are they just feel bad, like something has gone horribly amiss or wrong, and it's affected you in some way. And I think it's this news, maybe, but and you may get it on this trip because the Chariot can be about travel,
I almost feel like maybe with somebody you'll be hanging around with that maybe there's going to be some sort of status quo change in the relationship. Something's revealed that either makes you feel sad or that you do feel, in fact, that something has changed dramatically and maybe that there's some sense of pain there. So I don't want to say like it's, a real parting of ways with a friend or something, but,
Well,
it could be a couple different things though.
it could be. Now, it is a possibility, maybe since you are visiting with others, that, maybe this Ten of Swords is not about you, or something you're going to feel, but it's maybe something you're going to hear about. Maybe you're going to hear about this and, you're going to have to be there, for this person.
You're somehow
Kind of
witness
a
to this,
support, an emotional
dissolution.
support kind of situation. Because otherwise, I feel here that there's something positive, believe it or not, after all I've just said, there's something positive that could come out of this, It just seems as though there's an opportunity here, for growth and feeling, I don't know how to say this, maybe.
Are you looking for me?
I'm wondering if this also has to do with, you have parents, right, still alive? I'm wondering if this has to do with your parents, too, in some way, or family, because I'm looking at that, lilies there.
Well, like I said, it sort of connotes a possible status quo change. And of course, something could be happening with older relatives, maybe not necessarily your parents, but somebody else or some other situation. But it is a changing situation, or it's growing, and it may be moving just towards a different status quo that might be better for them. Maybe it's lucky for them, but maybe it sort of cuts you out of some of this loop in a way.
This might also, oh yeah, both your parents are here. Well, it just they may have some, different news to impart. I almost wonder if it's them, but I can't help, I will say this, that I think this is going to come out on your, when you're there on your journey, because
Yeah.
I'm sensing that's why we got the Chariot here.
Right, I don't think it's happening prior to you heading out there.
And I feel it's something you're going to hear when you're in Michigan. And I do think it's going to come out, it may just come out okay. I can't help but wonder here if somebody has recently had surgery or may have surgery. I think that's a possibility here, but not necessarily, And do be careful yourself here,
Sure.
Be careful driving, crazy drivers in Michigan, but you live in California and I don't think they're much better there.
Sometimes I don't
But-
always feel that the Ten of Swords is a stab in the back, but it definitely is
Yeah.
sort of like an unexpected pain of some sort or major hurt of some sort. All right, Anthony.
Your grandfather was just in a bad accident.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I wonder if you're going to hear something associated with that. I think, maybe he's got, it says he's doing well now, but, these things can be hard on older people. So, you may hear something more about that.
Well, what I'm suggesting is that maybe it changes the status quo. Maybe he won't be able to drive for a while or something will have to shift a little bit with that. Who
It
knows?
could be news associated with that, but expect something, and so be on your guard a little bit, I would say. I'm not sure this is affecting you so much, personally, physically, as it will be emotionally. So, in other words, I think it's something you're going to hear from someone else, that Page of Cups. So
All right.
good luck with that. Wow. All right, Celestial Dreamer.
Yeah, I would definitely like to know, what happens if anything more happens.
Yeah, definitely. I hope this is nothing. I hope it is going to all be okay.
And you're welcome, of course.
Hey, Celestial Dreamer.
Okay, a general reading. And I'm going to use my Pride Tarot. It's a collaborative tarot where a number of gay or otherwise artists contributed to it. I'm trying to get the camera there. Love is love. And of course, if you turn it upside down, it says love is love. So it's really cool. I like it. Some of the other tarot artists we collected as their own decks are represented here in this collaboration. Cool. I'm glad you like that. And of course, anyone can ask for a specific deck of any sort that we've listed or may be known to have. If it's really close by, we can just grab it and use it for the reading. Thanking Banshee for letting me read my oracle today, which was really her oracle.
I will let you fly solo next time. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to learn. I work with a Kipper on my own for my personal readings. I haven't really used the Kipper in, but I have Stephen Bright's Rainbow Kipper, and I'm thinking of trying to use that soon. So maybe this month I'll unveil it for an oracle read.
All right, so Celestial, your first card is the Eight of Pentacles. And that artist is Rain Halar. I'm not familiar with their deck, but that art looks familiar, so I must have seen it, or we in fact have it. The next card is the reversed Nine of Swords, illustrated by Christine Zillick. Reversed Nine of Swords. And then an Ace of Cups, but it's also reversed. It's illustrated by Polly Faye. Nice.
The Eight of Cups reversed?
Yeah, and the Lenormand.
Oh, I don't know. You had them.
You could have asked.
I didn't even think of it because you had them.
Well, I guess that's true.
And actually, I think I thought my deck was up, but that's okay.
Yeah, some of them are in black and white or different kinds of art, so they're not. It's not a uniform tarot because it's all done by different artists. So it is pretty unique. The deck also comes with several different kind of pride-related reading spreads.
Well, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Nine of
And-
Swords and the Cross in the same reading.
Uh-oh.
I know.
And the book.
And in the same way, the Nine of Swords was reversed in the last
Oh,
one.
golly.
All right, let's figure this out generally here. So I think, Celestial Dreamer, I think some things are maybe, well, I have such a mixed bag here, doggone it.
Yeah, I know.
Because we'll get to this. I think maybe I should start with the Lenormand. It looks
Thanks,
as though
honey.
it's something you're going to find out or learn, because what is a book about? Learning might cause you some grief and worry, you know? So you're going to have to work through your grief. You're going to have to figure, if this is related to career concerns or job, on the job concerns or some other area of your life. You're just going to have to do the work through it, and you can turn that fear upside down. Now I'm talking like our Where Does It Hurt show, but really, I feel here, if you're going to learn something that's going to cause you some worry, and you just got to work through it. You just got to get through it and try to get to the bottom of it, and you can allay your fears. But it may be disappointing to you. What you learn and maybe having to go through this experience is kind of disappointing for you. You might get a little bit down on yourself or others that may be involved in this situation, especially if this involves a relationship. So, you're just, like I said, though, so do things that will try to pick your spirits up once you're done. Just realize, hey, I made it through this, I've righted this, whatever it is, and I can be happy about that.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah, it is. Go for it.
I almost forgot what I was feeling here. It took
Me
so
too.
long.
Sometimes I know it's rough,
Yeah, I'm
especially
always
when you're
sure
naming
to do.
authors too.
So,
Right.
do you possibly work with people who otherwise are also friends? Are some of your coworkers in various relationships with you, or are there other situations where this might be true? Maybe it's not a job per se, but collaborative projects where there are varying degrees of relationships or friendships between people. Because I'm wondering if this is talking about some sort of shakeup with that, and maybe this has you worried or finding out you're worried. And it could be about maybe, once again, a status quo change, or maybe somebody really changes their relationship with you. Maybe somebody is a good person who becomes not so good towards you. I sort of feel like it could be these kind of ideas, that people that you were resonating to or thought you had good relationships to, that they're shifting here. And it's disappointing, but it's also kind of worrisome in some ways, because maybe it brings on an idea of possible hostilities or just feelings, that you now have to deal with in terms of those relationships. All right. I don't know if we can take your reading, Shalini, because I believe
said the list is closed.
Oh, okay.
I wrote it out there.
Well, it's good to say it too. I see.
Well,
Okay.
Oh.
So, like I said, some of this implies maybe a sense of the cohesion between people in this relationship, whether it's work as a team or other things like that. But it may have really changed things enough to where it sours maybe more than your relationship with them. Maybe it sours other people's relationships. And it could be about a secret that is now coming to light that really kind of changes things. Or it's just about realizing something that does maybe change the dynamic.
Well, something definitely is coming to light here, and it's
Yeah.
kind of causing some stress and anxiety. Like I said, I think it's possible to turn this around, but it's going to take kind of an emotional toll. So like I said, try to take care of you. You can't fix something if you're not taking care of you. So
Yeah, that's
you
true.
will get there if you do some work on this, whatever the case may be. Do your part, and you'll get through this. That's what I feel.
All
That's what we
righty.
have for you. Good luck with that. I think
Thank
we're on
you,
Libra
Celeste.
cusp. Thank you, Violet.
And Libra asks, what is coming towards them?
You're very welcome.
You're welcome. Your deck?
Yeah, I have it out here.
Good. And I
I
would
was
like
thinking about something.
And I would like the Lenormand.
I'm glad you do. The only chill one in this room right now is... Oh, I thought... Vitamin B didn't kick in yet.
Vitamin.
Vitamin B. Sonny's like, let them argue. I don't care. I can sleep through anything. Ought to be a cat. All right. Well, here we go. We got the Fool. Oh, do we have Libra's question?
Yes, what's coming towards them?
Oh, coming towards. Got it. We have the Devil reversed. Wow. Uh-oh, though. This is the Tower reversed.
And then it gets just a little more interesting because we have the mice again.
Doggone it.
Those dirty, sneaky mice. And the Gentleman, and I almost feel like the Gentleman reminds me of the Fool, or maybe even the Devil.
Well, it could be somebody in your life causing you a little grief. It's a general reading.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying, wow, there's just stuff here, Libra. You are, you've moved and all. I think you've moved. I don't know if you've moved already. You got the keys and all that,
Right.
so I assume you have. You're on a journey here, a new adventure, and maybe it's, maybe you feel more comfortable now taking a few risks, making a few changes, or, that might be kind of chancy for you. The Devil's reversed here, too, to almost reinforce that by saying, you're free. You feel more free and liberated now than ever to choose your path, to choose your next adventure going forward. But as you do that, this is saying that, you got to be sure you're not repeating the same mistakes. You're not doing, you're not going to be repeating the same mistakes this time around, and regardless of what's thrown at you, because I sense here that maybe somebody is feeling a little stress in your life right now. It could be a partner of yours. It could be family. Somebody is feeling stress and, might be trying to pass that along to you in some way.
Well, what's coming towards you could actually be some new adventure, some new path you're moving that does have this potential to release you or free you from certain obligations or certain things that you feel oppress you. And it looks good, but the devil is in the details, as they say, and it could be that this process would involve breaking down things or changing things dramatically, and there's always this chance that you could lose control over that process, or that the expectation doesn't really meet what you thought was going to be. That unintended consequences. Mostly this could just be something that has a high level of irritation, but maybe we can't really tell for sure. And so maybe this is really about the sense of saying, really check it out, because there could be something you're not seeing, that devil in the details thought I mentioned, and it will prove to be very irritating. It may not be unsurmountable, but do you want to have to pick up the pieces and learn all over again because maybe there's something you didn't expect?
Well, and I almost see this like an old life, new life situation here, or fresh start situation. You're on a new adventure. You're in a new place. You feel liberated from some of the struggles or difficulties you were having getting to that point. But, as you pick up the pieces from a past that was kind of falling apart on you, I know was there either, if it wasn't an eviction, something you had to move. The thing is, leave behind the baggage you need to leave behind and bring the good, bring the good into this, because, there is still some stress and some struggles ahead. You're not going to be able to avoid them. It's just a fact of life. There's going to be some new issues that crop up. That's what I'm going to leave it at. We got to get rolling. All right. That's what we have for you, Libra. Tidal wave is up. What do I need to know about Kay, please? Any hints there? Is it personal? Is it work related?
And I'm going to use a new tarot. It's new to me. It's not very new. First time I've ever used it. It's the Haunted House Tarot. Tarot of Haunted House.
It before.
No, I have not used it.
Okay.
So we wish everyone luck. And brand new, but it
just
shuffles
talking
nice.
as friends. Okay.
All right, good. Thank you.
Oh my God.
What?
I never had this happen.
Don't show me yet.
No. That's wild.
Okay. Card 1.
Oh. Ouch.
It's the reversed Ace of Swords. Card 2. It's the reversed Nine of Cups. Dare we try another? Ooh. Uh-oh. Yes, it is an uh-oh. It's the reversed King of Wands. And it is the tarot of the haunted houses, so it has a horror motif of sorts. There's our guy again. Ooh, the lady. Well, just going right to that one, I would say that maybe whoever K is, whatever J is, whatever gender, there's another person.
I don't know.
No? Okay.
Well, and I don't know. I mean, you want to know about them, so let's just say...
What do you need to know?
Right. Well, I could see you say that. Are they gender fluid? No.
Okay.
I don't know. But I would just say here, they maybe have been through some struggles lately, I feel. This is about them and who they are. And so I feel they may have been through some struggles. Sometimes people bring things on themselves. I'm looking at that. Is that the Nine of Cups reversed?
Yes, it is.
It is the Nine of Cups reversed. So they have been through some struggles and some disappointments and feeling that they haven't attained what they really want in life, or they're dissatisfied with certain conditions in their life right now. I feel this very strongly. And with the King of Wands, they're reversed. They may have a lot of pent-up, I don't want to say anger, but I could. I want to say that it may make them feel, because it's the King of Wands reversed, it may make them actually hold back a little bit, be a little bit more reserved, be a little bit less, or, sometimes people use like a giddy or a very, what do I want to say, boisterous personality to cover up for the insecurities that they may be feeling. So it's one or the other here. They're either holding back or they're being too, demonstrative, and, because they're trying to hide the fact that, things haven't been going very well for them.
So if I relook at the Lenormand, the man and the lady, and I sort of feel like maybe that would say that there is a sense of you two as a couple or as a potential couple, or as a way of just somehow having some sense of relationship towards each other. But I do feel what Banshee says, and I would also say maybe they feel like, they have issues about confidence or about bravery in their life too, that they may feel there were certain things that they can't affect because they lack some sense of courage. And some of these are really about emotionally important things to them, where maybe even the challenge takes them into physical struggles. And so maybe they have felt inadequate in maybe asserting themselves in certain emotional situations, whether it was standing up for themselves emotionally or their feelings, or somebody else is being protective or being able to stand up for somebody. Maybe they feel really like, they've let people down and stuff. So they're kind of maybe a little bit damaged in certain ways, but maybe they don't show it completely. Maybe they still go back and forth between being a little bit more trying to be assertive and a little bit more trying to be sensitive. And so some of their issues are possibly tied up with that. Like they're not confident enough of what exactly to be or how.
I just sort of think that they're a little, that he's a little down on his luck. And that's all. He's a little down on his luck. He doesn't feel like he's had a break. And it might be that he may have problems right now making decisions or commitments because of that. But I feel here when I see the man and woman here, and you just described your relationship that way, just that, that's your genders, that, I see you still communicating, collaborating, or having dialogue. And I think it should continue. I don't see any necessarily red flags here per se.
No.
But I think this is really just giving a window into what they're going through right now. And maybe it might explain some of the behavior, you might be seeing or wondering about. So
I would mostly go with that there's nothing that's really a red flag other than the sense of their own personal confidence maybe. So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. We're on Siama now.
All right.
I'm going to try to make up for some lost time we had here. So let's roll.
This will be mine.
Yep. There you go. And I guess we'll like this one.
Current feelings for Jobin. Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Tyler.
I hope it was a little bit more than what you may know, but probably not. Just maybe clarifying.
All right. It's the Three of Swords reversed. It's the Fool reversed. And it is the World upright.
The birds and the lilies.
Well, I think there's, if there have been issues that you've been having with Jobin, it just seems as though things may be healing now. It seems as though there might be some sense of letting some harm or hurt go. It looks as though the Fool reversed indicates to me, though, that, maybe somebody, I don't know if it's Jobin or, that's Jobin's feelings, feel that some reckless actions were taken, whether it was by Jobin or whether it was by you, that the Fool sometimes can, when reversed, can be about reckless behavior or carelessness. So, that maybe that played a role in things here and they realize that now. The world just seems very positive, like maybe there could be some completion or successful conclusion to something. So I would say if there's been some lack of communication or some arguments, that maybe there's going to be a resolution that comes through mature dialogue.
I feel this way too. I think it's kind of interesting that the Three of Swords is there because, of course, a lot of times it does talk about problems between people in relationships. So when it's reversed, maybe there's a healing from that. The healing could, of course, take different forms. It doesn't mean necessarily that the feelings are exactly the same for the people involved.
Right.
But let's just keep that open for now. There is healing, so there is the possibility of things repairing otherwise. And so when you look at the Fool reverse, then maybe that means that the person is speculating or wondering, will that be a good thing to do or will it not be a good thing to do? But ultimately, I think they may feel that there is a sense of completion in trying to resolve one way or the other, maybe hopefully in a way that, both parties really agree with, trying to move towards maybe some sort of reconciliation in whatever relationship it is. And I think it's like Banshee says, the birds and the lilies show there's an idea that communication and really opening up to each other and allowing each other to mature and evolve and deal really with your feelings. Well, you said it better, I think.
Well,
but there it is.
No, you did too, because...
No, you did.
You did. We're going to argue about that now. Vulnerabilities, is a part of the lilies as well. So opening yourself up, to dialogue and communication would really help the healing process if there is one. So I would just say that things looking okay. And if everything has been fine, all I can say is that, it's going to grow stronger. I love that World card, by the way. I really do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. We're going to leave it at that. I hope that made some sense for you. Good luck with that. And we're on Preeti. Hey,
all right,
Preeti.
Preeti is up.
Okay, Preeti's next and asks for a general reading. Okay, we gotcha. Thank you. Both.
Okay.
Just keep us in line here, seriously.
Who, you or me?
But wow. We know that's impossible. Just keep me in line. Well, let's see that.
Last week, my episode of Goth Tarot did nearly 36 views, which is a bit more than normal, so I guess I'm getting it right. Find out what the fuss is all about. Check out Goth Tarot, 7 a.m. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. Wednesday mornings.
Wow.
I have
you
a classier.
Banshee.
I have a classier way of pulling it back together, though, than you do.
Well, true that, because I feel, I won't go into the whys of that. But don't forget material matters either. We can't let Mr. O's show steal the show here. We must catch up to Mr. O. Where's my financial people? Where's the people who want to know about their careers, their money, their
Well,
finances?
you're off to a better start than me, so you may very well
I might
overtake me.
surpass them this week. Not that it's a competition, right?
Everybody needs to do the right thing for her.
You're welcome, Siama.
You're welcome. Okay. Life is strange when you don't know. Okay, so Preeti,
General read.
it was a general, and your first one is the reversed King of Pentacles, followed by a Six of Wands, which is upright.
Wow.
I'm using the Vampire Tarot again, by the way. And then the Sun, but the Sun is reversed. However, the key in
Is-
Lenormand and the Clover. Nice.
Well,
Nice.
that certainly turns the frowns upside down here.
So there may be a sense, Preeti, that although you don't always feel connected to your management strengths or potentials, sometimes you feel like you're confused by things, or maybe you don't feel it's really what you want to do, or you suck at it basically, or something like that. You are probably going to be recognized for what you do well. It may be more along the lines of something more artistic, or maybe just more networking or business related than actual management per se, maybe just more around the contours of that. And I also feel too that success is not unindicated, but it may not be super fast. The Sun reversed is rarely a negative. It just sort of says things are a little cloudy right now, but things will clear up.
Right, depending on the cards surrounding the Sun, you can't go too negative with the Sun reversed. It's just saying that, maybe right now, because you feel a little bit disorganized, maybe your thoughts are disorganized, your things are disorganized, you feel disorganized on your job, whatever the case may be, you feel like you may lack a sense of control or order here that you feel you need in order to succeed. Focus on your strengths. Focus on what people have valued from you in the past, whether this is happening in your business or your personal life. What has worked for you before? What have people really admired about you, And focus on that. And you'll build your confidence back up. This might be here just saying that maybe you're lacking a little bit of self-confidence right now and self-esteem. But I feel like you're entering now a cycle of good luck and good things coming towards you. So really keep your head up, realize that you can turn this around. You have the ability to turn this around and focus on the things that will help you get there. It's just like this is a really good luck cycle for you that's going to be starting, I think. So it's time to make some forward progress.
And I think that the cycle of luck really details a lot to the idea that somebody is really going to say, you have potential here. They're going to recognize that. Maybe this even would involve you getting some advantages or opportunities that normally wouldn't have come, other than the fact that somebody has checked you out and said, I like this. So that's what we have, Preeti.
Yeah, this was pretty cut and dry.
It's a nice
I hope it
one,
makes
yeah.
sense to you, but that's it. And good luck. It looks like some good luck is coming. Some fortunate times.
All right, and I hope Musumi will consider joining us another time. We are pretty full today. Sunday is a very busy day for us.
Angel
So
Rivera.
I have also put up our stream schedule. We'll be back Thursday for our next live show.
Are you still with us through all this bickering, Angel? Sure. All right. All right, so what you got for us? Single oracle card to see what Spirit sends. Whatever I got handy.
Well, I have oracle cards. I have 2 sets here myself. I have the Universal Love, which I used at the beginning of the program, and I also have the Earth and Bone
Whose
oracle
cards
set.
did we use last?
You're supposed to use a deck.
Yeah, so I will.
Oh, right. From Banshee, who never uses 2 or even on occasion more decks in a row without me getting my chance. Never.
He's trying to marginalize me, people. He's got more shows than me. All right. I will let you pick the card. Now, keep in mind here.
What an awesome
It is an
honor.
honor. Keep in mind here that they can be read upright or reversed. Look, they're pretty green like your pretty red cards. You got it upright, didn't you? What is it?
It's hit your target. Number 13.
Ooh.
Target. Hit.
I've got a target in mind. All right.
You're my target.
Ready, aim, fire, Angel Rivera. Are you doing that Lenormand, by the way?
It's right here.
We see you have been practicing your skill at hitting your mark. Well done. Because whatever project or adventure you are on, know that you are so close to that bullseye. You are hitting that target. It might feel strange when everything falls into place. Everything clicks, but you worked hard for this. It's okay to enjoy success. Enjoy the journey and take a moment to pat yourself on the back. Skills take time, practice, and patience. Hitting your target is no different. You know what you want and exactly how to get it. There is absolutely no shame in your game. As you can see, her headpiece is the target. An apple with the target on it. She looks a little nervous there, but...
Freaked out is the words that Angel used.
Yeah, she does look a little freaked out there, but you know, she is the target, or the apple is, and you, of course, are the shooter. So aim well. I think that maybe even if she doesn't trust you, you have the confidence in yourself, is what this card is saying.
It may be that you, looking at the Lenormand, that you really have to make a shift or move that will take you more towards your own concerns, your own sense of what success is here. And maybe that's involved with the idea of hitting the target, that the hitting of the target means that something has to kind of move or push you in a maybe different direction than you may have thought.
Well, I'm beginning to wonder if once you hit this target, you're going to be moving on to other targets,
Either
you know?
or, yeah.
Because truly here, you're right. Look at those fish. In a way, that there's a center point there, you know, that they're swimming around. And
Right, there's a site.
yeah, it almost seems like a target. So to me, it looks like maybe this is going to lead to something else that you're going to be, you know, ready to aim your arrows at next.
We're going to take target at target.
Well, you know, Angel Rivera, whether it's in the work or in personal life, one thing leads to another. And so you may be finished with one goal, you might hit that mark and say, it's time to move on to the next. It's time to take my skills and take it a bit higher. And so that's what I think is going on here. Wow. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Angel.
And we did your reading with minimal bickering. Just a little.
You're welcome. So Flower Beauty
welcome,
has
Angel.
asked for guidance from spirit guides on career and love life. And I'm going to
Career and love life.
I'm going to use the Modern Love Tarot for that.
Do you want to do 2 and 2 for that?
We could.
Yeah. So career first and then love life.
All right. Namaste from Detroit.
Oh, namaste. so sorry to hear about that train crash in India that killed so many people. My heart is with you in India. That was a very bad tragedy.
Do I go down or vertical?
I think down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So
we usually do that.
guidance from spirit guides or spirit on career and love. So the first side is career, and there's the Two of Wands, which is reversed, and there's also the Four of Cups, which is reversed. How do I want those?
Interesting.
Yeah, like that. Then in love department, there is Six of Pentacles, and it's upright. And there is Page of Pentacles,
Oh.
reversed.
Oh, jeez.
So kind of
It's
interesting.
definitely a mixed bag, but let's toss the Lenormand out for the first one and tackle that
Okay.
first. All right, so the first card.
Okay, is the Coffin. And then it's followed by the Child.
So career. I see some movement here for you, some opportunities developing for you. If you're looking for work, if you're actually looking, or if you want a promotion or something, I think it could happen. But there may be some delays. There still might be some delays. It's not going to happen right away. But opportunities are going to start to surface for you. It almost seems as though you're going to get active again, moving towards something. I think what'll happen is once these opportunities start surfacing, there will be an end to all the slowness and sluggishness in your career sector.
Right. I think in general that maybe there is, one or a lesser amount of opportunities that will really kind of spark your interest or that you will feel you should move towards. And some of this will be delayed, I think, mostly because there are certain things that you will feel you need to plan a little bit more. I don't think this is going to detract from you receiving that opportunity, but I think it's an opportunity in and of itself to also maybe organize in a way that ends some of the things that are distractions in your life. So it's really more about ending things that distract you from this purpose than actually having distractions there. So in other words, if there are habits you need to change, about your hours you keep, or if there are certain ways that you're organized about paperwork or aspects of your life, these things will change or will come to an end, but maybe, in a measured way. So moving over to love. There's the birds with Lenormand. And then also
Back by popular demand.
the clover.
The clover, yay!
Crimson and clover.
That really changes the dynamic a little bit. So what was the
Interesting.
first card again?
The first card is the Six of Pentacles.
The Six of Pentacles, this sounds really nice. Now, to me, it sounds like something may be happening in the romance department here. It just may be that you connect with somebody, like you're in the right place at the right time for some connection to develop. I think this sounds very, very good. And I'm just going to say about that card, that's like, it seems as though this relationship could be a very equal, like an equally weighted one. You each sort of complement each other well, You're the yin to the other person's yang, vice versa. It's,
The word I'm looking for is magnanimous. That
Maybe.
there's sort of a quality of each of you really trying to be the better person for each other in a way.
But I will say this seems to be happening by luck, but let's just say it may be a little bit clunky getting this off the ground. There may be I don't know, there may be some missteps or some miscommunication or misunderstanding that may get in the way, or maybe, there's an attraction, but it takes a little bit for this, for the other person to maybe act on this. I just feel something positive may be coming to you. Both of these things seem like they're still in development a little bit here.
That's a good way to put it.
Like maybe this might not happen right away. I don't even know if it'll happen this month. But I have a feeling it could happen before the summer is over.
I get a good feel for this too, Flower Beauty, and I feel that the idea here with the Page of Pentacles could just be saying really some of this is about communication, and the page themselves is a messenger or can be a messenger. So I'm wondering if this is just saying that some of this could be happening through other communications before it really starts to develop or appear to be more viable. Like maybe, the initial forays into the relationship are more communicating without being in person necessarily. All right. So I think that's what we have for you then.
That is what we have for you. It's looking good. Although delays, It's interesting we sort of saw that in both readings.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Okay. So Jagdeep is up.
Yep. Hi, Jagdeep.
Hi, Jagdeep. Well, I guess that would be the guidance, really, that these things are going to mostly happen on their own. And
I think what I would say the guidance would be is patience.
Yeah.
Don't think that nothing is going to be happening, especially in that love department, because you had the Clover there, and I really think there's something that's just going to happen spontaneously there.
The Six of Pentacles really talks about people who can give in order to receive, perhaps creating that cycle. So the spirit guides could be saying that, you need to wear your best intentions on your heart as far as love goes, and being truthful and honest, you will probably attract pretty much likewise to yourself. What you are able to project is what you will most likely be able to receive.
Lenormand?
Okay. General reading.
The Emperor upright. Ooh. Ten of Cups upright. And there's an interesting one. The Seven of Swords upright.
You're welcome, Flower Beauty. And thank you, too. All right. The Garden. Wow. Kind of fits. The Clouds.
Okay, well, I had to think about this a little bit. I'm still not really certain. The Emperor, is saying that, and this is a general reading, so maybe that's why I'm having problems, because maybe I'm thinking this doesn't all fit in one scenario. It seems like I'd say right now with the Emperor, Jagdeep, is like you're going to be entering a time where you're going to feel a little bit more control in your life. You're going to be able to be managing your affairs better, that things are going to flow more smoothly. And, it seems to me that you are calling the shots. Let's just put it that way. You are making the call on things. You are directing, the activity in your life. You're not letting yourself being dictated to by others. The Ten of Cups indicates to me that as far as relationships go, or romance, or your personal life, there's going to be some happy times, whether it's with family, friends, or, a romance that develops. It just seems as though there's some positive energy coming from that sector of your life. And so I don't know if these both fit or not. I think they may be two separate things, but they may overlap. But here's the thing. Just keep your eye on some of the people around you. Even though everything is love and light for the most part, where in your relationships with others go, not everybody always has your best interests at heart. And that's in the workplace, I'm thinking of in particular if you have a job right now. Or it could be in other areas, it could be personal. Sometimes people try to cover up or hide things from each other. And so, if you feel like somebody is not telling you the whole truth, then dig deeper. Dig deeper. I'll stop there. You can go
Sure.
ahead.
Yeah, I feel like some of these things maybe overlap but are not part of the exact same narrative. And so when you're the emperor, no one can tell you not to eat at Burger King or other fast food places. You can pretty much do that for yourself, but you have to consider, is it the right thing? Is it the kind of thing an emperor should do? So the emperor is there really to also be able to take in advice from others too, because they all have the same stakes at heart. But you have the largest stake at all, being the emperor. You have to also be able to be resilient and deal with what is expected of you from the people's point of view. And so maybe that does overlap or lead into the Ten of Cups. The idea that if you're happy, everyone else is happy too. That if you build a happy home for yourself, others will have a happy home too. So I think this is really just saying what goes around comes around, and that as much as you can magnify your best intentions for love, peace, happiness, you will realize that, I think. So I think this reading is more about your personal life maybe than your work life per se, except when we get to the Seven of Swords. And this could still overlap, because this could be saying that maybe there are people who don't feel you should value what you have, or don't feel that they value what you have, and that they might be cynical enough to feel they can intrude in certain ways, or that they're looking for things that they can possibly get from you. So I think this is a caution. Banshee may have put it a little bit differently, but this is to say to be wary about what you do have autonomy over, because there could be others who are jealous of that in some way.
The clouds in the garden make me wonder if that Seven of Sword isn't having something to do with your personal life. That maybe that's where this is coming from. So just do be wary that, not everybody's friends sometimes. And make sure you're hanging around with the people that, uplift you, that really have your best interests at heart, and not somebody who is, has other ulterior motives, I guess. The clouds here indicate to me that there could be some uncertainty coming from your social sector. There could be some things that are unclear to you, or you really are wondering if you can believe what you're hearing. So that's what I'm saying here. I think these two really do tie into that Seven of Swords.
I think that's a really interesting idea there too, that this does relate, that the biggest concern maybe is just really letting others' opinions influence you, and that you have to take everything with a grain of salt as far as what you're getting from social media or from things that are not as easy to verify.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And Ariana is next.
And yes, she is. Hey, Ariana. Sorry we're such cranky old people today.
Are we?
Yeah.
Right now? Recently?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know I'm definitely tired now.
All right. Let's see.
Slouching towards 4 p.m.
Yeah, we're getting closer. That's why I'm trying to move it along. There we go.
You're welcome, Jagdeep.
But we made some pretty good progress this last hour. It was slow going in the beginning.
Should I be open to being with Noah still? He's a Leo.
It's open to being with Noah. All right.
All right.
Is that your deck, I think?
Yeah, it's my deck. I just have to decide which one to use. So, I'm going to use the Haunted House one again.
Paper Daddy, we'll have to catch you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
So I decided not to do this as a yes or no spread. We're just going to throw 3 cards and see how that works for you, Ariana. And your question was, should you be open to being with Noah? All right, so the first one is the 7 of Pentacles. It's upright.
That's a nice card.
Yes, it is. And the second one is Jeff Bridges. I mean, the Ace of... No, it's the Magician. I'm sorry. But it looks like Jeff Bridges a little bit. But it's the Magician. And then there's the 9 of Swords. Very classic looking 9 of Swords from the Haunted House Tarot. The House. Okay, speaking of haunted houses or not. And the Rider, which is definitely not Jeff Bridges.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to have a clear yes or no answer for you on this one, Ariana, but can give you some guidance here for sure. You know, I think this is something you have to give a lot of thought to, you know. Do you really want to invest your time and energy in Noah? You know, is this what you really want to do? You know, have you already invested X amount of time with this person? And where has it led you so far? In a place that you're happy or not? I think that 7 of, Pentacles is telling you to step back a little bit and really give this some more thought. And give some thought as to what you really want out of this relationship. Are you truly thinking that you want this to be long term? What are you trying to manifest here? You know, is it going to be a long-term relationship? Is it just something for fun? Is this just something to, that you don't plan on being permanent here? It's not worth losing sleep over, I will say that. Don't let this, the anxieties get to you about what, if I let him go, I may never have him back again. Whatever the case may be, do something to alleviate your anxieties. Or you're wondering what's going to happen if I don't do it, what's going to happen if I do. Maybe what this is saying is that, you need to make a move towards what will make you feel the most comfortable and secure. I almost feel like maybe this is saying possibly, if you think it's worthwhile, examine whether Noah's the one who can make you feel, this move to him would make you feel more stable, comfortable, and secure.
Well, when you ask the question specifically, it's sort of like more about like you in relationship to Noah. So I feel the 7 of Pentacles says that you realize that maybe you're at a point where you don't know if you should put more effort into this or not. Mm-hmm. And maybe you're also feeling too that you would have to be the more creative person, the more willful person, the more believing person, the qualities of the Magician. In other words, you could do this, but you would have to extend more than maybe you feel is appropriate or that you feel is being matched by Noah. Like Noah is not exactly inputting as much into the relationship as you would because you could do that. So finally, I think what this is saying is that it sort of involves a sense of a stalemate, that you would feel really like it's not exactly complete for you. You're doing more of the work in some respects. Did you already do the Lenormand? You did, right?
I did. So yeah, go ahead.
So I think this is really saying the message is really like Banshee says, maybe you have to determine the direction to go to that's more pleasing to your sense of your home. And it's not your physical location so much as, the house that is your personal space, etc. Your total package, Ariana, how you want to present yourself. House presents itself to the world as either a really nice place to look at, a not so nice, or somewhere else in between that. You're trying to create the best looking house for yourself. And you might want to move into a different direction, or you have to ponder if that's really worth that extra work there.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Ariana.
All right.
Hope that made some sense.
And we're never tired of your choice questions. We just tease you a little bit.
Oh, absolutely not.
All right, Kara. Good evening, or whatever it is.
Hey, Kara. Sonny just woke. He knew it was your
He
turn.
heard your name. Oh, she wants the vampire
Yeah,
tarot,
okay,
so
I'll put it back. No
Yes.
problem.
people ask for it by bite. I mean,
Well, and you did say people could ask for it, so I'm glad people are. That's fine.
you're welcome, Ariana. So that means you'll need these again.
Yeah, again, that's fine. It's fine. And then he just went back to sleep, Kara. Sorry.
What do you need to know about working with that darker side? The first cut is the deepest.
Jump.
Baby, I know.
Is that what the problem is? We didn't let you sing enough today?
I'd rather not say.
We were talking about we should have our own karaoke live show or something.
Oh yeah, that ought to work.
That ought to work. Oh, Okay.
Okay, Kara, first card is the reversed Seven of Cups.
So are we doing it with my reading or your just 3?
Three, just
Okay.
3, yeah. Followed by the upright King of Cups. And then followed by another 7, which is also reversed, the 7 of Wands. So you have 2 7s and they're both reversed. That's interesting. The book, The Ship. And so you asked,
What is that king
what do you need
again?
to know
King of
about
Cups.
working with your darker side?
Well,
Wow.
well, it seems like you've made a choice that you need to do this. I'll say that. Maybe it is saying here in these cards, since you asked what do you need to know, that this is what you need to know is this is a choice maybe you need to make right now. This is a path you need to follow right now. And the King of Cups indicates to me that working with your darker side may actually, be beneficial to you on an emotional level. It may actually mature you more, Not everything is happy joy, It might balance your emotions out so you understand, you understand why happiness and joy are so important in your life when you can delve into areas, that are a little bit more darker, It may show you, too, the value of emotional balance too. The other thing is here, realize that, right now it just seems to me you're getting into this. You've made this choice, you've made this decision, but you may not be firmly, how should I say this? You may not be at an advantage here in dealing with this right now. It's possible you need to move towards acquiring more knowledge on the best way to approach this. I'm just thinking, if you've made this decision and choice, sit down and really decide how you're going to move forward and, maybe do some study, on the best ways to approach this.
All you have to know is that we have better cookies on the dark side. That's all you have to know. No, seriously though, Kara, I'm thinking the 2 7s that are reversed are flanking up towards that King of Cups. And this is what I mean by that. That this is saying you can't actually not take this direction. Seven of Wands is sort of like a reluctance and saying you can't not take this direction. You have to go this way. You have to go and get in touch with your dark side. You have no choice really but to do that, to take that choice that's being offered to you. And I think it's for your betterment, it's for your development emotionally. And it's not saying, oh, it's going to make you a nicer person, because that's the traditional King of Cups. It's going to make you a nicer person where you need to be. And you don't need to be a nicer person with everybody, especially people that don't give you what you need or aren't willing to work with you for what you need. So I think these are really saying, for you, the dark side is really toughening up in certain respects. And I know you're actually a pretty tough individual, but I think this is really a shift in certain ways about how you actually apply skill and technique in a way. And that's where those two come in.
Is it safe to say then with that King of Cups that, dabbling into, exploring your dark side will help you, have command over your emotions, better command over your emotions, command
you said that
and
already
control,
too, so that's pretty good.
in a way. I like that. And when I look at that Seven of Wands here reversed again, I'm thinking to myself, this could rattle you a little bit here. It's not an easy journey dabbling into the dark side, even if they do have better cookies, So it might shake you off your pedestal a little bit here, your sense of, security. But sometimes we need that in order to make moves forward and grow, right?
Exactly.
So I think it's, it'll be good.
So, that Seven of Cups is reversed. There's no use crying over spilled blood.
And that's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
Angel Mary is
Mary's
next.
up.
And wanted to know if Samira did a magic on them. And I remember this question from before without that name.
Yeah, we may have had an ambiguous answer on that or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, so it will be your deck then.
All right. What was I going to
You're
grab?
welcome, Kara.
How do we want to do that? Do you want to do yes, no on that one?
We could try it.
Let's try a yes, no. We may need some more information, but then a yes,
That's
no.
probably the best way to get to the quick of it. So as we're near the end of our official time, knowing we're going into overtime, we will mention that we are back on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Check us out then. Happy hour will be
Happy.
at its normal time, right?
Happy hour will be happy, and it will be at its normal time next week.
10 a.m.
But Mr. O is working, I believe, so we'll have to keep it down.
No extravagant overtime.
Oh, I'm counting. That's right.
Do you have a cough drop?
No, I have a mint if you want it.
I'll take it. No, we're sorry, Shilpa. We are actually closing down here. We have a few readings and we've closed the list. So I just mentioned, though, that we're back again on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m.
It's leaning towards yes. Oh gosh, Violet, these are such beautiful cards. I just love this deck.
In the Lenormand, we find the Mountain and the Gentleman.
It looks like it's leaning towards yes. It's very possible here. It looks like they wanted to, let's see, how was it about, do magic on you. It looks as, I'm sorry, I wanted this one. I thought it was mine. I don't know why. So I'm crazy today. So the Devil reversed is indicating to me that, they may have set some magic out there. They may have released something. And I think it was meant to either slow you down or slow something down, and maybe put some roadblocks or some obstacles in your path, more than it was to do you any harm per se.
Right. I mean, spells, magics, etc., can take many different forms, and sometimes the intention is the most important part, and it may vary from various applications of that. But it looks like it's leaning towards yes, Angel Mary. It looks like something was developed here and sent out. And I agree with Banshee. It looks mostly like it serves the purpose of maybe some distractions, some obstacles or things to slow you down or to slow people down in that situation.
And I wonder here too, when I'm looking though at the gentleman and the mountain, which could just be just could be representing Samira here. I can't help but wonder, if they didn't actually, if this doesn't backfire on themselves in some way. When you send things out, you can expect problems, especially if, you weren't really justified in doing what you're doing, And if you're not careful, you could cause some problems and some boomerang effect on yourself. Because, I'm almost wondering if this created more problems for Samira in the long term. Or maybe it will. So that's what I'm wondering here. It's very interesting reading, Angel Mary. So yeah, I think it's possible something was released. If you feel like your energy has been slowed down or that things aren't happening for you that you had hoped for, you keep getting roadblocks in the way of things you want to do, then that's probably what happened here. Or like I said, you may find out that Samira is having some bad luck or some problems of their own. Anything else to add?
No. I don't have a voice.
All right. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. The deck is so gorgeous, Violet. Every time I just pull a card, it's just, I'm beginning to like it as much as the light spheres, but for different reasons.
Okay, Elisha asks if Caesar still wants to be with them. And I'll use the Modern Love Tarot again.
Oh, I screwed up here with my list a little bit. Okay, I got it. All right. Yep, we are just now about to go into overtime. Ooh.
Should I do this as a yes or no?
Oh, shoot.
Elijah wants
Still want to be with me. I think you should.
All right.
I think you should.
Move through these. All right, counting. You're welcome, Angel Mary.
I think our yes no's have been on point so far. Hey, you're welcome, Angel Mary. The artwork is just gorgeous, and it has a quality that the images sort of on some of the cards in particular really stand out. I just like it a lot. And I like this deck he's got here, Mr. O. This is a really nice deck.
You got it for me, right?
Yep.
Well, or you got it.
I got it for you.
Okay, it's leaning towards yes, Elijah. It's got two aces there, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Our third card is the reversed Eight of Cups.
Oh.
And so I think that's saying that
Wait
yes.
a minute. I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Let's throw those out so you can get the perspective.
Birds. And the book. But a lot of times the Eight of Cups reverse talks about somebody that maybe is staying with the situation or is not moving to another situation. So I think this is almost a pretty good indication that it seems they are more likely to want to stay here at this time, or that they feel there is something still undone, something that they want to possibly do. The book and the bird says they're trying to find out the best way to communicate to you, or they're trying to find reasonable ways to express themselves, to maybe more enlightened ways, or more ways that you would understand or that they would understand.
You know, it's leaning towards yes. It's not a definite yes, Elisha. So I don't want to get your hopes up too much, but I will say this, that if there's been like difficulties in this relationship, and perhaps this person had left or thought of breaking up, it seems like now they are thinking of returning. There is a potential here for them to come back. I almost feel like that's present in this card. But whether or not that's really true or it's going to happen, I feel with the book and the birds here, I think you're going to find out something soon. I almost think that they will at some point communicate their intent with you. Or, maybe this is a call for you to try to find out, one way or another through communication, some answers are going to be revealed. And I'm hoping it means that they are considering, returning.
And that's what we
or
have.
Or wanting to be with you. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And we're on for Rita now?
For Rita.
All right.
Remind everybody quickly that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is your Weird Week, our dabbling into the political and global issues, international, national issues perspectives. That's at 9 a.m. Monday morning.
We'll recap the last week's reading and see what's ahead.
And we're still waiting for Farida, so we'll give them another moment or so. Because it's after 4, if we have to pass on Farida, we are probably going to keep the list closed still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're sorry, but that's the way we got to do it.
We'll give Farida a couple more minutes, just a couple. Well, maybe not even that. Yeah, we're going into overtime. Yeah, we've been reading a lot this weekend, and you can see we've both been crabby today. Crabby.
Yeah, we're sorry, Musumi, but we're closed here, and people that we're calling for that haven't come, they're missing their turn too. So we can get
Last
you guys
call
back
for
on
Farida.
Thursday. What?
I just said last call for Farida.
I have to take care of my throat.
You want me to get a cough drop?
No.
Are you sure?
It's after 4 o'clock, so that's it. If you missed your turn when we
Yeah.
called you, we're closed. We're not adding anybody else, Musumi. We're sorry. Try to come back on Thursday.
Okay, Red Divine's got a question. We're going to cross Farida off the list and move on. All right, Divine,
You're totally
you.
phased out. Got it.
It's the Ten of Swords reversed. The Four of Coins is upright. And this may look like the ace, but it's the Crown of Swords. It's the King of Swords upright.
We have the key, but the key is followed by the mountain.
Well, gee, Divine, it's a little bit of a mixed bag here. Not all bad, not all bad. I think maybe some of the worst is behind you now. The Ten of Swords is reversed. And, that's the first card I see here. So it's saying to me the worst may be behind you now. But that doesn't mean you should, that you shouldn't take care with things, Be careful with what with your possessions, your material, well-being at this time, Make sure you save for a rainy day, just hold on to things. And this might also be saying here, now that I think about it, with this card, Divine You, that the worst is behind you and you are coming out okay. You are coming out of this still, with things intact. However, these decisions weighed heavily. These were some things that you've had to really have given you some pause. And also you are worried about obstacles ahead. The key is here that it may not be a cakewalk from here. Even if the worst is behind you, it's still saying some troubles or obstacles may lie ahead. So you're just going to have to remain alert for a while and take things as they come, is the way, the feeling I'm getting from this reading here.
Well, you asked what is coming towards you, so I feel that the Ten of Swords has yet to happen, but that is the same thing. I feel that this oppression or bad biz will be reversed, that maybe something that you were really hoping would alleviate will do that. It will lead you to feel like you're able to collect yourself and retain what you need to at this time. And maybe this will fortify you towards making an important decision. It's the King of Swords upright, and I feel this is saying whatever causes this effect of reversing bad luck or changing a picture there gives you pause to start to consider the new direction there. I don't know that. I'm not exactly sure that. I think this is saying you're going to get through the layoffs. I think the Ten of Swords reverse will probably be saying you could make through the layoffs. You're able to hold on to things. That's that Four of Pentacles. And maybe you even come out being kind of a winner. Maybe you have more importance or influence than you might realize. So I think that ultimately there is struggle still going on here that may possibly affect some of this, though. The mountain is influencing the key, and it could be saying that you're going to really have to focus strongly to stay on top.
Well, Divine, I see what you're really saying there. You don't feel like working because layoffs are coming or you would be reshuffled, and neither are very happy for you. And I get that. And I still feel, though, that regardless, and maybe that's why Mr. O is picking up here, too, that this hasn't happened yet, and maybe you will feel better than you think once this is all said and done. But I really think that I'm kind of leaning towards this has happened. You know that something's coming towards you. Decisions, hard decisions lie ahead. So, you are going to hold on. It may not be making you feel very happy, like you said. You feel like this is burdensome, and do you really want to climb this mountain? I guess the key is here. You have to decide whether you really want to continue on this path.
Well, I think that the King of Swords in this position, as well as the key, does suggest to me that you retain power or agency, authority in this area. It still may seem that things change for you in a way that you'll have to cope with or make adaptations towards. But I don't feel you're going to be a loser in this regard.
Well, it's up to you. It depends on just what you feel you want, because I understand when people reshuffle and layoffs are coming, it usually means more work for you. And as you said, you're not sure you want to do that. So it's up to you, and I feel here you would be able to maybe hold your own, but it may not happen. I just banged the camera.
Christine, we won't be able to take you today, but we do like saying hi to you. We've actually been refusing people left and right now.
Yeah, Christine, we've been saying no, so we can't, we can't take you now. It wouldn't be fair to the others, so, and we're into overtime. It's been a very busy day here again, so.
Oh, my lordy.
So that's what we have right now, Divine You. We may want to explore this a little more, in the upcoming weeks just to see how things are shifting and changing for you. But I see the frustration. You sure you don't want me to get a cough drop?
Go ahead.
I see the frustration, absolutely. And it's going to be your deck, so I'll let you shuffle for... I think it's Rowan. Hi. Hey, Rowan.
All right.
I could use one too, actually. I'm feeling blocked here.
Must be pollen stuff going on.
I don't know. We've got our air on. We don't have doors open, but we did.
It still gets in. You're welcome, Divine. Best wishes, of course.
Come in.
General guidance for Ruin. All right.
All right.
I'm going to use the Pride Tarot. The beautiful collaborative tarot made for the Pride community.
Thank you, Christine. You have a great day, too.
Oh, I know you understand, too, of course. Just appreciate you very much, though. Thank you for liking everything and being supportive of us.
Sonny. Well, it's coming up a lot, but it's summer. All right.
And the first card is the World. The second card is once again the Eight of Pentacles. This time it's reversed. And then we have the Two of Wands. And I'm not saying the name of the artist because Banshee says it takes too long.
Does. We're on overtime now, Mr. O. Yeah.
Well, you ought to know about that.
I know. We've only got two readings after this, I think. I don't
General guidance for
Pretty
Ruin.
Well, Rowan.
You don't need any. You're perfect. You got the world.
Okay, we're done then. No. Because the world is here. That means you're nearing completion on something, The general guidance is that, bring something to closure now, whether it's a project you're working on, a goal, a dream. It's time to really finish this, get it done. It seems as though maybe, there might be a little bit of slacking off here, that maybe you weren't totally motivated or working on this as diligently as you could have. But now is the time to finish it. And finally, with the the Two of Wands here, because once you finish this, you can move on to other things, goals and objectives. It's almost as if there's something in your life that's hanging not in the balance, but is hanging right now. And it's almost as if it may be keeping you from exploring other options. So this needs to have closure.
For Rita, I'm sorry, but you weren't here when we called, and it's after 4. We made a decision that anybody that leaves before we end up closing, we're just not going to be able to squeeze them back in. We still have more readings to do. We really apologize for that, but people need to stick around if they're waiting for a reading. Otherwise, we shuffle on, and we lose more time doing that. So we just got to move on. We're sorry.
Okay.
So, general guidance. I feel the idea here maybe is you are nearing the closure point. It may be that that Eight of Pentacles says you are slacking off, or maybe if you're relying on other people's input or collaborations, that could be a falling point. So it could be very much for sure that you have to probably pull in some of your other skills and experiences from other situations to really plan this out for good as you move into the final stages here. Lenormand, you already did it?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay. With the Lenormand, I feel that your ability to, well, I don't know. I'm stuck on the Lenormand. I kind of feel here, this is general guidance again, and so I'm almost feeling that there's two different things going on here. That the Lenormand doesn't necessarily fit in with the other cards. I feel this is something separate from this. However, this may also be saying that once now I'm going back. Once you've completed what you're working on here, and once you've achieved closure and you can look forward to new objectives, you should take some time to celebrate this. To relax a little, to celebrate. You should take some time for yourself and feel empowered by this experience. Congratulate yourself. Do something nice for yourself. I almost feel that's an important part of this whole process here of bringing something to close. It's a good feeling. And on the other hand, I would also just add that maybe this is saying that in your personal life right now, you might be going to a gathering, a social event, where you'll be meeting some important people. Some people that may help you with career or other matters in your life. Maybe you have a particular problem you're working on, a legal matter or something else. You may come across the right person who has the answers for you. I'm just feeling that. I have to say that.
Okay, so I think that's good. And, thanks for Rita for understanding. Just for everyone to clarify, yesterday was an incredibly busy day. We had 3 separate reading sessions, and it combined to a number of hours. And we were frankly tired, and we worked this morning and now. So we're just going to have to, end early
End early?
We never end early.
Let's roll.
All right.
Did you do the Lenormand?
I did.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
I know.
Okay. Well, there's not a lot I can add to whatever it is you said. I think this is really saying the guy. We're looking for guidance.
Yeah. Yeah. It was any guidance from the guides.
Well, no, that was what Farida was asking.
Oh.
Sorry, God. It was Raven's question.
I thought we were on Farida. Oh, no, not Farida. For when?
I know, but guidance from guidance was something that Farida said.
It was general guidance, please. Okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, I accept that. I'm sorry, I'm really stymied here. I mean, whatever you said is probably good, but with the bear influencing the garden, I think what it's saying is your general best attempts at strength are working at outreach. If you're trying to get ahead in career, love, or otherwise, the strength you bring to how you network and outreach will probably make a bigger difference for you. And that's what I have.
Thank you. On to the next. I got the Scorpio eye.
No, you didn't.
I did.
They didn't see it, so you're wrong. What can you expect in love? Relationship reading.
Well,
You're welcome, Rowan. I'm sorry if I was a little testy there.
hey, you're very welcome, Ren.
I'm having a hard time holding it back.
Holding it together, you mean? Sonny is here for that. He is the therapy cat. All right.
Too funny.
All right, we have the Empress reversed. We have the Devil reversed. And we have the Seven of Cups reversed. They're all reversed. But they're not all bad.
The Anchor. And what's an anchor without a ship?
Wow. Well, what can you expect in love? Oh boy.
Perhaps you have to definitely make sure you're appreciating yourself above all, that you love yourself, and that all your decisions are based from that idea of how much you value yourself as opposed to just value being in a relationship. If you don't have the best possible relationship with yourself, then any other relationship may have potential situations going on. The Devil reverse could be indicating that you also fear, or not so much fear, but worry about this because maybe you realize it does represent a codependency on your part, but it looks to me like you're trying to release yourself from that. So maybe you're looking at a relationship and the process as a little bit therapeutic because frankly you could just be releasing yourself from a different kind of codependency. Once again, question how much yourself is at the center of these decisions, because if you're not loving, appreciating, and valuing yourself, then everything else is kind of putting a delay or a distraction there. Finally, the Seven of Cups reversed is saying you're probably best off with one thing at a time. So it may be that you're not going to be finding or necessarily interested in casual dating. You might be, but maybe it's just not going to be there for you. Your situations with dating may be more precise in a certain way. I kind of see an echo coming this way, but I'll wait for a minute on that.
Well, actually, I was thinking of starting there. It seems as though right now what's coming towards you is a period of slowness, not a lot of activity, you know. It looks as though there's moves that want to be made, but the anchor's there. A ship can't move if their anchor is down. And so I almost feel here that, you know, for a little while, it may seem like things are not moving, for you in the romance department. However, I really sense a change is coming, you know. I feel too here that with the Empress reversed, maybe things aren't moving so that you can take a little bit more time to nurture yourself, to give yourself some self-care, to, get yourself in a better frame of mind for moving forward towards a romantic relationship. And things are going to start to happen. I feel here with the Devil reversed, I feel that you're going to reach a point that you're going to feel more liberated to move forward with, with finding a relationship, establishing a relationship. Maybe not waiting for it to come to you, but for you to feel free to go pursue it. And it seems like you're making, I feel here that there may be something that comes out of this, that there may be something positive that comes out of this. The Seven of Cups indicates making a choice or move or decision. So I can't help but wonder here if somebody will be coming into the picture. However, again, I feel like there's a little bit of slowness here initially, that just seems like things are not moving. And so, to me, maybe things are going to start looking better as the summer unfolds and towards fall.
Are you stranded in the sea of love, or is it possible that maybe, because I'm seeing something here now, maybe you're just sort of docking at a nice port for a little bit? And why do I say that? I think the Devil reverse says you are moving. There's movement here. You're moving in a different direction, perhaps of some sort. And when I look at this idea of the choice, or maybe, like I said before, like maybe there's no casual dating or not as much, there's sort of like maybe limited. Maybe that's why you're sort of anchoring here, because you have found or will be finding someone you feel comfortable enough with to kind of work with. And I don't know that this is like a hot fire romance that just moves directly to the finish line. It could be an enduring relationship, but I don't know that it's necessarily the one. But I think it is a strong idea that something is coming to you in this way.
So I wish you luck with that.
We do. And that's what we have for you.
Okay. And Divine Abundance. What was that, Divine Abundance? That was Divine Abundance, right? It's Violet.
Yes, it was.
It's Violet's turn. Or wait, no, Divine was a relationship reading. What are we at? Divine Abundance. Violet Lotus. Witch Garden deck. Yes, I knew you wanted that. And it worked out just perfectly because it's my deck's turn. Support from Uncle Alan. Okay. Let's see what Uncle Alan has for you. And you have the Lenormand? You do. Okay.
Hello, baby.
All right.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're very welcome. Boy, this has been coming up a bit today.
Yeah.
Seven of Cups reversed. That's a beautiful Seven of Cups. This ain't bad either. The Ace of Pentacles upright. Wow. See that? You know, I don't know. When we talk to Uncle Alan, he has nothing but good stuff for you.
Except in the
Oh,
Lenormand.
whoops.
The clouds. Clouds in my fishbowl, clouds in my fishbowl.
Oh, man.
That's insane.
You know, Uncle Alan recognizes that you need to focus on that. You know, there's
Yeah.
many things that you could be doing right now, but this is a time for you to focus on that. And you know what? There's a lot of growth potential here if you do. This could, you know, you could come out of this with new goals, new ambitions, some positive, growthful energy, absolutely, new learning.
I always like to put the pentacles to the idea, too, about security on all levels, too, that it's not just material things, it's also the sense of feeling comfortable, protected, whatever that might be. So I'm saying that this would begin that again for you. This would start creating that flow.
Right, and can't we say, too, that making that decision to focus on this one thing will bring about a healthier you, the start of a new healthy phase in your life. Because isn't that what I say sometimes about the Ace of Pentacles? It can be start of a new healthy routine for you.
You do say that sometimes.
I do.
So then the King of Pentacles, too, I guess this could be saying this is really management. The King of Pentacles is the manager. They manage their life. They manage a lot of things. They manage businesses, they manage empires, they manage whatever it is. This is really the archetype of the person who knows how to direct things. It's kind of a mini avatar of the emperor in a way, perhaps.
Yeah. So Uncle Alan is just saying you make the choice, you start to grow into a new you, and you know what? You are in control again of your life, This king is in control. He's not about to let anything else have control over him. He has control over the externals in his life. And, Uncle Alan is going to tell you right up front that, there's abundance of uncertainty attached to all of this. You may be swimming in uncertain waters here for a while, where, you feel vulnerable, you feel like you're in a fog, but look at these other cards. I really feel here you need to undertake that journey.
But the more you consider embracing or working towards your success, the more you will move through those situations or possible problems or situations. So this will help you with that. You just kind of gotta, focus that way and keep your success in mind. Keep these things you're working on in mind.
And the other thing about the clouds I have to remind you is it can be about depression. Mm-hmm. It can be about anxieties because, of course, everything seems so uncertain, the terrain you're walking on. I mean, some of the things that are the triggers or the causes of this. And so, you realize that, you're going to have to one by one, work your way through this. But once you do, you've made that choice, everything looks really positive and growthful. You'll be at the top of your game. So I like that. Nice cards.
Very nice.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you, Violet. And sorry for some of the stuff today. We appreciate you. We do. And I'm wishing you the best on this journey in particular. So good luck with that. Uncle Alan, as always, has your back. So
it's Uncle Al.
I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, every time we draw cards, Uncle Alan really, really comes through for you. So, absolutely, absolutely send him blessings. Send him, greetings. Do something that, honors him. Because really, I think he's very important to you moving forward through this too. So good luck with that. Well, everybody, woo, we're done. And I want to thank everybody today for joining us and getting through our bickering and all the other stuff. Take care. Have a great week ahead. And you know what? We'll be back here Thursday.
One way or the other.
One way or the other. So we hope to see you then. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.